Hi friends, and thank you for joining me for today's Children's Time. This fall, we've been exploring the stories from the Old Testament. The first story we heard was the story of creation, the very first story in the Bible, where we hear how God brought order and beauty to chaos. Then we heard the story of Noah and the great flood, and how God put a beautiful rainbow in the sky as a promise that he would never again send a flood to the whole world. And last week, we met Abraham and his wife Sarah. And we heard about how God made a promise to them, a covenant with them, that they would have as many descendants as there are stars in the sky. Now, Abraham and Sarah waited a very long time for the baby that God had promised them. But they did have a baby. They had a son named Isaac. Now, Abraham was growing old, and Sarah had died, and Abraham knew that it was time that his son Isaac should marry so that he could have many descendants. Now, as was common in those times, parents would often help find a wife or a husband for their son or daughter. So, Abraham called to his servant, and he asked him to travel to the land where Abraham was from and to find a wife for Isaac there. So the servant loads up 10 camels, and off they go on this long journey to the land where Abraham was from. And when they get there, they stop at a well. Now, today, when we want water, we just have to go to the faucet and turn it on. Well, they didn't have that back then. And sources of water, like wells, were very important places for gathering. And it was usually the spot where women would come to get jars of water for their family for the day. So, the servant was at the well, and he was wondering, how am I going to find this wife for Isaac? So, he stops, and he prays in his heart, and he says, "Dear God, help me find a wife for Isaac. If a woman comes to the well and she's willing to give me a drink and also waters my camel, I'll know she's the one that you want for Isaac." Well, the servant hadn't even finished his prayer when a woman does come to the well. And so he asks her, "Could I have a drink of water?" She gives him a drink, and right away she says, "And I will water your camels." The servant knew that this woman was the woman that God wanted for Isaac. So he talks to her family, and he asks Rebecca if she will come with him to be Isaac's wife. And Rebecca agrees. So the servant and Rebecca journey back to Abraham and Isaac. And when they get back there, and Isaac and Rebecca meet, they do marry and they fall in love, and it wouldn't be long and they would be pregnant with twins. They had twin boys named Jacob and Esau. Wow, Abraham's family was growing. In this story, we sure hear how people trusted God. Rebecca and Isaac trusted God that they were the right people for each other. Abraham trusted God that his family would continue to grow. And the servant certainly trusted God to help him find that wife for Isaac. Family is so important. Families love and care for each other, and they journey with us, and we are just so grateful for the time we have with our families. I thought it might be fun today to draw a tree. You know, right now looking outside, I am so enjoying the beautiful color of the leaves. What a beautiful fall it is. So how about you take a paper, you draw a tree, and draw some leaves on that tree, your family tree, and put the names of people in your family, or people important to you, people that have taught you about God. And then you write them on all those leaves, and you put that up, and you remember to be thankful for your family. What a journey we are on. And we thank God that He goes with us wherever we go. So can you pray with me? Awesome God, we thank You for our families. Be with all of us, wherever we go, and with whoever goes with us. Amen. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.